I'll admit, after 8 months of almost perfect silence, I was not expecting the entire rest of The Dragon Prince to be announced at Comic-Con. But it was! And we're all the better for it. Seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7 are secure. That saves us so much trouble as a fandom. We no longer have to worry about the future of this series. I can stop making videos, finally, that just speculate on Netflix's intentions for the show, and instead I can focus my energy on thinking about how the saga is going to continue. Because Netflix has renewed the show, thus guaranteeing that it is not going to follow in the unfortunate footsteps of promising shows Netflix cut right off after only 3 or so seasons, we can speculate more calmly and gracefully about when the next season is going to be released. It's like wondering what you're going to get for Christmas. You know it's going to come, even if it feels like a long way away. You don't have to worry that it's not going to happen. The most major obstacle to the show is, of course, the pandemic. Screw you, COVID. While The Dragon Prince as an animated show is not quite as impacted by the restrictions put in place to stop the pandemic from spreading as live-action shows are, that does not mean its production is going to be smooth sailing just because the show has been renewed. There are a lot of moving parts to putting together a show of this scale. It's not like you can just Taylor Swift the thing and release a new season in very little time. You have to plan everything out, you need to have all the artists, all the storyboarders, all the writers, all the actors. It takes a village, and that's a problem if the village cannot commune together. I've said before that if there was a new season of the show, as Netflix has guaranteed now that there will be, that this new season would come out in winter, meaning January through March, or spring, meaning March through June 2021. Though I do not feel entirely comfortable being more specific than that. If you put a gun to my head and asked me to give you just one date, I'd probably say March 2021. That's 7 months from now. Haas and Richmond have confirmed that they have been working on Season 4 in some capacity during quarantine. It's not like they're starting from scratch. The limitations caused by the pandemic will undoubtedly cause a lot of problems, but this is the first time since I started making these Season 4 speculation videos where I'm actually confident that the show will beat the arbitrary deadline I've set. It might come out sooner than 7 months from now, who knows? Let me put it this way, The Dragon Prince has it much easier than most shows. Producing live-action shows is a lot more difficult than producing animated shows, and animated shows that already have a firm plan for the future have it a lot easier than shows that are just trying to get their legs under them. Shows that are just trying to get started and make that initial impact. I would certainly not want to be trying to pitch a new show during this time, or be in complicated negotiations with a network. True, if my March estimation is anywhere near accurate, that will still mark a significant amount of time between the release of Season 3 and the release of Season 4. November 2019 to March 2021 is 16 months, but that's not an entirely absurd amount of time to wait. It's more than we have previously waited between previous seasons of this show, but it's not an eternity, especially considering the pandemic-caused conditions. There was a full 2-year gap between the release of Season 5 and Season 6 of the acclaimed HBO drama The Sopranos, and more recently, Breaking Bad's fantastic follow-up show, Better Call Saul, waited almost 2 years between its 4th season and its most recent 5th season. The 4th season premiere was in August 2018, and the 5th season premiere was not until February 2020. They delayed it so they'd have more time. 16 months is not that long, and even if it turns out to be longer than that, I think that's a storm we can weather, especially since we've come this far. Obviously, if a vaccine for the coronavirus is available in the near future, widely available especially, that would make things a lot easier, but we should prepare for the possibility of a 4th season that's made entirely remotely. The news of the show being renewed for the rest of its run is a very rare spot of pleasurable news in this terrible, cruel year. The world's falling apart, but we have this show to depend upon, and we have confirmation that we will be able to depend upon it in the future. That may sound platitudinous or cliche, but in my experience, it's the truth. Well, I've experienced a lot of emotional disconnect from a lot of things during the last 5 months. I've been more connected to cinema and television and literature than ever. What this situation has definitively proved is the power of great art. The word that people toss around a lot is escapism, as in art allows us to escape from our current lousy situation, and that's true, but it does a lot more than that. That same escapist thrill from a lot of things, such as looking at pictures of beautiful places around the world, or looking at cute videos of silly cats. What great art like The Dragon Prince allows us to do is better understand ourselves and the world around us, which is more important than ever in this time of confusion and crisis. It provides a catharsis that not only heals, but allows us to better deal with the world around us, or at least the opportunity to better deal with the world around us. I'm not saying, of course, that watching the first Raylan kiss scene for 10 hours on loop will bring you any closer to spiritual enlightenment, but it certainly doesn't hurt. So for now, we'll just hunker down, hope for the best, and rewatch the old seasons of The Dragon Prince while we await the new season. Hopefully it comes out before next summer. We can only hope. So anyway, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon if you can and you want to see more videos like this. Keep watching The Dragon Prince. It is a brilliant, empathetic, clever show that has grown into one of the best works of fiction on television currently, and I can't wait to see how it gets even better in Season 4 and beyond. Anyway, tune in soon for my next analysis. It will be coming soon, I promise you that. Thank you all again. Adios, comrades.